Well, welcome to another vlog build video. Today we are going to build a new class of Traxxas race car. We're going to take a Mud Boss chassis. This is my backup car with the BL2 system. We're going to go and start it. There's a new class starting. I'm going to pull up the information on my phone here. It's good to go over the setup of the rules. This vlog I learned from the last one. I'm not going to try to shoot it all at once when I did the body wraps. An hour, 2 hour long. I'm not sure how many people stayed and watched the whole thing. So I'm going to break this up into episodes, hopefully about short 15 to 20 minutes, something like that. So I want to go over the rules with you in this particular class. This comes from the rules come from the when they raced up in Oklahoma in the Tucson oval shootout race they had up there. This was a class that they ran, and we're looking at doing it here. It's the let me get the name of it here. The crate model chassis. So it's the crate late model class. So this is going to be a Traxxas two-wheel drive low CG chassis running a 10.5 Hobbywing. I got the motor speed control combo there, so it's spec'd out. They gave us specific part numbers for that. So basically the original chassis, we can use the heavy duty parts, which we already have on there with the stock chassis. The side bumpers, you can have them or not. You have to, we run I got a front bumper modification. The new body is massive. Put this over here. This is the new body, and it's huge. So it's a big late model body. It's like a two-piece body. The actual nose bolts onto the front. So from what I hear, this is going to be a pretty big challenge to complete the body. I've already got the wrap templates from the manufacturer, so we'll be getting hopefully my chicken pit wrap for this one pretty soon. I think I'm just going to paint it red. I haven't had a lot of luck painting these bodies. I'm getting a little better at it, so any recommendations in the chat would help out a lot. My prep is just, washing a soapy water, and I even have tried to wipe it down with the green mat, the other side of the foam. Soft sponge is the harder ones, just so it can get a surface on the it gives you a cloudy surface, a better surface area to stick. But I'm still having paint come off during races, and so I'm not quite sure what I'm doing wrong. I don't know if it's the paint, so I'm going to see about other types of paint besides the Tamiya paint. That's all I've been using. So we'll experiment with some of that. But basically in this class, so that's the body. You have to run pretty much everything that this guy has stock. So the stock slash the stock Mud Boss modifications are allowed. So we'll be running I got some Kumho tires. So we'll be running the Kumho. That seems to be the popular brand. In our track, it's the Kumho Hards, not the softs. For my oval that I run at, you run the softs usually at the small bull ring type tracks. You run the S1s, the soft compound. So I'll probably donate this body to my kids, so I have a backup body. We definitely want to change the number. But yeah, so we take this the stock chassis that we have for the Mud Boss, and we'll be converting it. This is the higher CG classical chassis. So we'll be changing out the main chassis. We'll be using the front and rear suspension, the upper suspension and the lower suspension. So you have to keep everything stock. Like I said, you're not running the BL2 system. We'll be running the Hobbywing 10.5. It's pretty much open gear. You have to run the stock shocks with the white springs. You have to keep everything out. You can run any of the spacers anywhere you want. And one interesting thing I found, and I have to check it out with everybody, and because a lot of these they're real strict on servos, but it looks like in these rules we are allowed to run. It has to be a standard size servo, but you can run any servo. You have to run the steering, either the white steering set that has the white, like in a regular Gen 1 Slash that has the white linkages, like this one has all the, this is what's considered the white linkage set. Everything's, all the components are white, and then you've got no servo saver capability in the chassis. The servo saver is on the head of the servo. This is a good system when you're running this. If you're running a solid arm, you're transferring the load. And I tried running this with a non-servo saver arm on my Traxxas Modified, and I kept snapping the plastic, the white plastic. I went through like 2 of them, and so I'm gonna go with the for the steering block on this one. I'm gonna go back to the stock steering block that they have for the stock car here. It's got the servo. This is for the I guess the Traxxas Modified. It's got the servo saver with inside the links here. So I'm gonna go with this for the steering. So going over the rules. So it's basically a Mud Boss rule set on a low CG chassis. So you have the same issues with the shocks. You can do the same shock oil. You can change the oil in the diff. And you have to run stock gears. You can also run an eliminator, a clutch eliminator. So I ordered one of those. Those are coming. I really like that because the problem that I have with these, and you guys might have had the same issue, is these things aren't very true on the stock clutch system. It's kind of clunky, and if you tighten it all the way down, sometimes the gear will wobble. And if you have the clutch eliminators, it's going to turn true, and it's the same function. So it's not really cheating or not really getting ahead. It just gets rid of the wobble you'd have over time with the stock clutch. And the stock clutch is pretty clunky. It's a lot of extra weight hanging out there. So I guess that is a little bit advantage because it's a little lighter. So the only thing I'll be keeping from this car, since we're able to run whatever servo we want, I'm probably going to run a MKS 550. A metal servo with a brushless motor. This one right here is the Mud Boss Legal Savox. So I might do that in the beginning. But the only thing I'm going to use is the front and rear suspension, the receiver, the rear bumper, and that's about it. Because the new one, I even have to put the old shock tower mounts here that came off the original. This body requires a body mount here, and then a body mount off the bumper, and then the rear body mount. And I got upgraded. So the rules, like I said, it's pretty much the same. 2-cell Li-Poly, 5200, 50C rating. So it's pretty much identical to the Mud Boss class, except we get to run the 10.5 motors. Hopefully this is a faster class with a more interesting body than the bodies that you get from them. They are, like I said, it's a pretty stout body, so it's going to be interesting how many people run this class. It's going to be a heavy car, swinging a lot of weight, but I think that'll be pretty awesome. We should be running as fast, or hopefully a little faster, than the Mud Boss class. We're running pretty fast times on the Mud Boss, but hopefully with this class we'll run better. So that's the rules. I mean, they're pretty much the same as the Mud Boss, except we're running the low CG, any servo you want. You can run the eliminator clutch. You can get rid of the clutch. You can run whatever gears you want, but you have to run the stock Traxxas, the 3 types of gears. I think it was 80, 86, 83, and I forgot I think 86, 83, and 90 were the 3 gears. And then whatever pinion you want on the other motor. I'm not sure about getting into the speed control, what you can do with that for different settings. These motors, these stock, it's the stock setup from Hobbywing. So that means you can't mess with the timing, no timing adjustments, but there are things you can do in the speed control. I guess throttle curves, maybe braking, turn braking. I'm not quite sure what you can do with that, but it's not mentioned in the rules that you're limited. But you have to use the stock. The only thing is you have to use a stock combo, and that's the specific part number. So other than that, everything else seems that it's pretty close to the Mud Boss class. So I'll show you kind of what we're working with here. We got the 5830 conversion kit. Comes with smaller springs. I don't think I can use those. I use the stock springs. I got just the chassis and the the front plate where you mount the steering servo. That's not really going to work because it doesn't have the hardware, and you can't use the hardware from this vehicle because some of the screw links aren't the right length. So I went ahead and got the whole conversion kit. So this is the LCG conversion kit. Like I said, I'm going to run the steering system from the modified. Running Kumos, the Kumo, not the S1s, but the hards, 6874 and 5830. That's the front and rear Kumo tires. Got the body, like I said. This is the wing that's authorized. What is it? SJD something. Crate late model spoiler kit. So this is the one that's legal with this body. So this is the wing we're going to use. Here are so this is going to replace the rear body mount on the chassis. So this is the plastic kind of rubbery type mounts. These kind of get annoying because they relax, especially when the temperatures are up. They seem to bend and be twisty. So I like that this is an upgrade. This is a carbon fiber. Oh, actually, it's hard. No, it's just hard plastic. It's a hard plastic piece that doesn't seem like it bends hardly at all. So that'll replace the rear. They even give you the body clips. So this is the front bumper, which will also have the body mounts on the front. These are actually metal. It's nice. So same company. And then you've got, like I said, I have to put the shock tower mounts back on the front upper arm, the upper linkages for the shocks, which I have another car up there, and I have a bunch of the original ones when we did all the conversions. And so that's all the parts. Shouldn't be that difficult to swap it over. I've seen several videos that just don't go into detail about this specific class, and I think this is gonna be a neat journey. I'm gonna try to document this all the way through, from getting the body, wrapping the body, painting the body, and then doing the mod, swapping the chassis over to the low CG chassis. And I'll run you guys through that piece by piece when I'm ready to do it. I think I got everything here. This is just the opening salvo. This is just like the first, I guess, episode 1 of this build, and this is just what I'm doing. I'm just describing what I'm doing, the class of car, the rules, so we'll know exactly what to expect when this build. And we're building this car to a specific race spec, and then after it's done, we'll actually go race it, and you guys will see race. And then hopefully the class will build, and we'll get some more guys out there, and we'll actually start running some good times. And other tracks, they seem to be a little bit more popular. So up in Oklahoma, where I plan on going up to like Shaw's, Mojo's, I think has this class. They're up in Oklahoma City, and there's a couple of other tracks. I think Thunderbird over in Palestine might have this class. I think they do. But if we can get this thing going, if I like it, I'm really going to promote it, because I'm under the suspicion this thing's going to hopefully be pretty fast. You're slinging around a lot more weight than the standard. The Mud Boss is really light, really simple. This body is really simple. It's clunky. It's decently heavy, but it's still, it's still manageable. But this freaking body is huge. This thing is ridiculous. I'll try to get a weight on it, but it's pretty heavy. And like I said, it's a 2-piece. This isn't even how long it is. It's longer than what's on here because the front clip is got to be bolted on. So we'll go through that. We'll go through the body, and we'll show how it's all done, because there's not a lot of information on this particular class yet that I can find. I'll hit up with some more links on this body. There is a Facebook group on here. I haven't gone too deep into their information, but I will, and I'll share it with you guys in the description box on these. The description on the YouTube. I'll send the links for the Facebook page. So so we're about 15 minutes right now. That's a good way we got a good stopping point here. And I'll see you guys next time when we start assembling this thing. Might be this evening or next week. I mean, later on this week, or maybe even this evening, I'll start cracking it open. But I'll always run film on it. All right, guys, keep racing. Bye.
That's a wrap from the track. If you liked the video, subscribe and give us a like. It really helps the channel grow. For those who want to join our pit crew and support what we do, head over to our Buy Me a Coffee page. It's a digital tip jar that helps us improve the content for everyone in the community. Hit the link in the description to help us out. Thanks for the support and keep on racing.